Hey, I'm Shay.
I'm John.
And I'm Nick.
Welcome to It's a Work Thing podcast, where we talk about everything and nothing, and we call it work.
I don't really understand. Why do they say I'm going to cook bacon, but I'm going to bake cookies? I like both.
I get it.
The dead air there.
Thanks,
Because
radio. Anyways.
Thanks, radio.
That was rude, but funny.
And welcome to It's a Work Thing podcast, one you can tell your boss you're listening to, because technically it is a work thing. And our first, what we're going to start off with is mandatory viewing assignments. So welcome to mandatory viewing, the part of the show where one of us assigns a movie.
Another one of us definitely regrets participating in this.
And none of us are getting that time back.
So grab your popcorn, you're passive aggressive. It's time for mandatory viewing. And the movies we had to review, Nick had to watch In Time. I had to watch The Goods. I don't remember the second part of it, but the main is The Goods. And Griff had to watch Phone Booth. My question is, did you actually get to watch Phone Booth? Oh, okay.
I did. I finished it last night.
Okay.
So
Did you watch it in the tractor or something?
a little bit.
It
I
works.
watched it in a
but-
phone booth.
Well, I mean, don't you have GPS in your tractors anyway?
No, not this one.
Oh, you don't?
No,
Never mind, sorry.
This is our feeding tractor. But it.
So we'll go ahead and let you start.
Yeah, me start.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
I thought it was good.
I told it
I
wasn't
thought
scary.
The one shot opening sequence was good, where it was very frenetic. He was like answering all the calls and going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot because it reminded me a lot of, honestly, like Goodfellas has like a single shot like that is very frenetic and goes around. And I think Wolf of Wall Street has one too, where it's kind of just like high paced, changing where you're going all the time. And I really like that. The facial hair of the people did not age well. Like 3 of them had like full Billy Goat goatees, including what's his name? It was the main Farrell. Not
Oh,
Will Ferrell.
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had that.
Some main feral.
This section might include spoilers. Nick will throw up a spoiler alert.
Spoiler
or
alert.
something. Yeah.
Not for your car.
Spoiler alert for Phone Booth. So stop if you want to watch it. It's an old movie though, so
It's 2002. It was the same guy. I went back. I thought that I recognized a lot of like how the cuts were made, like how where the shots were made, how they changed actions, and it's because he did 2 movies that I've watched a lot, which is the Client and A Time to Kill, that were John Grisham books and then turned into movies.
He also helped with Saw.
Did he? Mm-hmm. Really?
really.
That's
he
why if
also-
you notice some of those cuts too are kind of similar.
Yeah.
He did the Batman movie, the kind of crazy looking ones too. But overall, I thought it was very good. Had good twists. I thought the acting was good. I feel like it could have used one more twist because I felt like there's about a 15 to 20 minute stretch, probably in like the last third, that kind of drug on leading up to the finale of all the events. Because it was just kind of repetitive. They're in that same place, and he's just kind of doing the same thing, saying the same thing to them, back and forth, same thing. I did predict that the guy was not going to die. I was watching it, and I was just like,
Yeah, he's gonna make it.
Well, no, not Colin Farrell. The guy that
The bad guy, yeah.
the bad guy did.
Bad guy.
Yeah. I knew the pizza guy was going to play in on it because from the very beginning, the pizza guy and the guy on the phone used the same phrasing.
Oh. Well,
So
I never
whenever they
picked
were
that
both
up.
there, whenever he had cussed at them, they both said the exact same thing to him. That was like, that's not. It was something peculiar. It was just like one word off, but it was something like, that's not necessary or something like that. That language isn't necessary. And whenever he did that, I was like, all right, the pizza dude is definitely in on this in some sense.
My basketball coach.
But I knew Kiefer Sutherland was the voice, so I was like, I haven't seen Kiefer Sutherland yet. But no, I thought it was good. It was a good watch.
What would you give it out of 5?
3.2.
3.2.
Yeah, thought it was good.
See, I told you I wasn't going to give you a
The
horrible
Billy
one.
Goat facial hair threw me off.
How about it was entertaining?
It was entertaining.
It
Yeah.
was worth a watch.
Yeah.
It's not one of those you're gonna go back and watch, but it was worth
Had a
it.
really good cast because they had Forrest Whitaker, Kiefer Sutherland, Colin Farrell, and Katie Holmes.
Oh yeah, I forgot Katie Holmes was
yeah,
in it.
Katie Holmes in like 2002 is a big deal. I mean, not now, but yeah, then.
True story.
Well, the next time we do one, I have a good movie because Bree and I watched one last night and it was good. So I have a
We'll get there.
good movie recommendation next time.
I'll let you go next, Nick. You watched In Time.
I did. I watched this like 2 weeks ago. Basically, spoiler, I guess.
It's old too, so
Is it? I don't even remember when it came out.
it's like
Oh, but yeah, because it had Justin Timberlake in it, and you could.
I think
tell
it's 2011 or something like that.
I thought it was older than that, but
Oh, by the way, your phone booth IMDb said 7.1.
It was really
and that's out of 10.
Yes.
That kind of equals if you go by out of 5. That kind of equals the same.
I guess we can go out of 10 if you'd rather do out of 10 out of 5.
Out of 10 is fine.
We'll do out of 10
And I think that
since IMDb does it.
I think there's a lot of movies since that have copied that premise. So that kind of made it what at the time I bet it was not something that people had done.
Yeah.
So it
Fair enough.
it would leave that impact. To me, it was like one of a series of them that are kind of that psychological thriller.
So,
In
In Time had Justin Timberlake in it, had some other people in it.
Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah. I don't know who that is. Is that the Sylvia girl?
Yeah, the like
I haven't seen it.
the main girl.
Okay, that's Sylvia. Yeah. So,
Yeah, Griff's never seen it, so you gotta catch him up.
So basically, in this world, they basically age till the age of, or they're like at the age of 25.
You peak at 25.
Yeah,
you
you
don't
peak
get
at-
older than 25.
Yeah, you
Like,
peak at 25.
physical appearance.
But you then basically have to pay for each year.
You don't think we peaked at 25?
No, but you stay there. Like whatever you look like at 25 is what you look like the rest of your life.
Okay.
And
But-
you pay for
Yeah, you pay for each year going forward. So the rich basically can live forever, and then the poor will eventually die. So Justin Timberlake is a poor person.
Is a poor. I thought you were just going to leave
He's a
that.
poor.
He's a poor.
He's a poor.
like when you go pay for a coffee, you have to pay 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
okay,
that's
yeah,
how.
yeah. No. I saw the previews for this movie when it was coming out. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So then, so Justin Timberlake is a poor, and then he finds this random guy, and they start talking, and then this random guy ends up being like a freaking, I don't even know what you'd call it, like a time millionaire,
Rich guy.
Rich,
He's
yeah,
a rich
guy, and basically gives his time to Justin Timberlake kind of sneakily, but then he goes and he jumps off a bridge because he's over it. He wants to die. So he gives his time to Justin Timberlake, and then Justin Timberlake really doesn't catch on right away. And then the dude goes and jumps off a bridge. Well, the people see him. It was a bridge, right? And then people see him, and then they're all like, it was Justin Timberlake that killed him. And then Justin Timberlake found he had a crap ton of time left. And then Liam,
Like over
I think-
100 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can serve a 20, 25 year stint for killing this dude.
Yeah, and then there's this Liam guy who is Sylvia's dad, who is like the, I don't know what you'd call
Elon
him.
Musk.
Yeah, basically.
So he's rich.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But basically, the whole time in the movie, they're trying to like figure out a way to give more time to like the poor, and not to the rich.
That's the idea behind
yeah,
it.
so-
But I just thought it was an interesting movie, just an interesting concept of
It is. Yeah,
They have
'cause-
like a scanner on their wrist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
right here.
yeah. No, okay. So I definitely saw the previews for that. Never saw it, but saw the previews for it.
I do think it is an interesting like theory behind it and stuff.
I don't think they did a great job with the movie, but the idea behind the movie was interesting to me.
The ending
Well,
too.
they let off with
the
Justin
ending was-
Timberlake as acting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. too.
So-
That's fair.
The ending too, like they shoot the dude in the arm, this Liam guy, like the Sylvia girl, which is his daughter, basically shoots him in the arm, and then they give him time to basically survive, and then they leave.
Yeah,
There were some dry spots in there.
Yeah.
Like Chase said, I like the theory behind it. I think
what would you give it out of 10?
like a 6.8 or 7.
Literally, In Time got 6.7.
Dang.
Look at you.
Dang.
Well, and so that's what I had. I was thinking the other day, and I was like, man, I think actually I sent you guys. I saw there was like a clip thing. There was somebody made a post, and I was thinking about it, and it makes so much more sense because they were like, I honestly, instead of like remaking like The Lion King and remaking these movies, I wish they would go back and like identify movies that had like good concepts,
And
but
just-
just didn't like
Like
hit
In Time.
fully.
Yeah.
In Time
And
could be
just-
done
and just come back and just crush it with like a $200 million budget and just be like, man, this one's gonna be
I
it.
really think this is one of those movies that
Yeah.
could be redone and be.
I think there's a number of them, and I think they're like either it's casting or it's sometimes directing or sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, also that the one that I had to watch, Phone Booth, was very tidy time wise. Like it was like hour 18 with credits, which was like,
I know, right up your
Oh,
alley. I told you.
I love
He did
short movies.
He did a great job of recommending
I
you a movie.
love short movies.
His attention span can't do it.
No,
I
for
should
real.
I should make him do like Lord of the
I
Rings
was gonna
extended edition.
say.
No, Bree makes us watch The Hunger Games, and those are like 2.5 hours sometimes, like 3
Buddy,
hour movies. I'm like,
The
oh,
extended edition of Lord of the Rings is 3 hours and 30 minutes.
nope, I will fight you.
It sounds like you're gonna fight him because next time we do the movies, this is what we're getting. Shay and I are on the same page, right, Shay? Get out of here.
Got it.
Yeah, like I said,
so delayed.
nailed it.
Nailed it.
God, I got a splinter from trying to rub up on.
I want to polyurethane it. I haven't got the chance
Stop
to.
trying to rub up
Hey,
on it.
I'm a teacher on summer break. I'll be able to come out here and polyurethane it. Now.
There you go.
I'm just gonna see lights on over here all the time, and Shay's just gonna be living over here.
Shut up. It's fine. And I had to watch The Goods, Live Hard, Sell Hard.
Definitely less serious than both of our movies.
Very less serious than both your movies. It was okay. It's a the
Poor Shay gets all the crappy movies.
Nick,
I do.
Nick would love this movie.
Nick, you probably would have loved this movie. I did not. Basically, it's a car dealership that's going under, so he hires.
Oh, I have seen. Does this have
Oh my gosh!
Shane Gillis in it?
No, that's called Tires.
Oh,
And
okay.
that just came out.
I've seen that
That's
one.
a TV show. This is from 2006.
Oh, okay. Proceed.
2009,
Oh,
and
2009.
basically he hires what they call mercenaries, which is like 3 or 4 salesmen to come in and sell his cars for him, like professional car
Alex?
salesmen. It's terrible. It's not good.
It's funny.
It's not. I didn't laugh once.
What?
I did not even laugh
Okay,
once.
you did not laugh at Will Ferrell coming out of that plane?
No.
Oh my god. So there's I'm hesitant to ruin this one because I honestly think that Nick would laugh at this movie.
Let him watch it.
It has a lot of like definitely comedy actors you would recognize.
Yes.
Before they were famous.
I just didn't find it funny. And neither did IMDb. IMDb gave it a 5.7.
Yeah. No, they didn't think it was great.
Which
It's not.
I don't
Nick-
think that's
Nick,
the lowest
if
movie
you-
we've had.
No.
If you loved, what was the movie that he had me watch?
The new guy.
Oh, the new guy. Yeah, he would like it then.
He would like it.
I did laugh at the new guy.
Yeah, you would laugh at this one.
Why do we... have
cannot-
I got a good recommendation yet?
You've got 9/11 videos.
Well, it's a lot harder for you because I recommended like 3 good movies
Yeah.
and you'd watched all of them. So then I was like, I only wrote down 3 options, so I'm going to have to scramble now.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You didn't just do it to me on purpose. That's
No,
fair.
I didn't walk into the day with that.
Okay, fair
I
enough.
walked into the day with 3 other options and you'd watched all
I mean,
of them.
that's how
I
John
would
got
give-
the new guy because I
I-
couldn't remember a movie.
I'd give The Goods 4 out of 10. It was not good.
Nick, you need to watch it. We'll review it after Nick watches it.
Okay.
Try to
But
remember.
seriously, you didn't think that the clip with Will Ferrell coming out of the airplane?
No.
Really?
No.
Wow. I thought he just came out throwing fire for his 2 minutes using that movie. He was hilarious. Hilarious. I have not watched this movie in probably 10 years, but I would. You want to watch it with me, Nick?
When are you going to have time? You don't even...
He doesn't want to.
Cuddle.
Oh, I'm out now. Never mind. This is a poor choice.
Yeah, you...
I don't know why. Yeah, I
You're
don't.
watching in the dark.
Nope.
Nope. Under a big blanket.
We're gonna bring a TV in here. You're gonna stay over there.
We get a big blanket.
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Get you a hand towel.
Anything else?
That counts.
All right. Well, we'll wrap up mandatory viewing then. So moving on to... I want to talk about Bill Belichick and his girlfriend.
Oh my god.
I wondered whenever I saw this on the agenda. I was like,
I
Bill
know,
and his girlfriend
yeah.
Jordan. I was like, who the hell is Bill?
Bill Belichick.
Dude,
Yeah.
they're engaged now.
Are they really?
Yeah, they just got engaged.
First of all, good for him.
Yeah, good
I'm
for
just
him.
saying. Hey, no, hey, man. He seems to be happy with it. All right?
He has smiled a lot more.
He goes, he coaches ball, he comes home, somebody else has everything else figured
Gets
out
his
for
balls
him.
played with.
He is a happy man. As long as he is happy and
Did you see the interview?
He's not. Oh, yeah. Where she cut in whenever they
Yeah.
You know why?
Why?
Why she cut in whenever
Yeah,
they
I
asked
don't
her
know.
why they met?
Yeah.
Because the story they've been telling everybody the whole time is that she was 22 whenever they met on an airplane. Yeah, she was 19.
I mean,
She's still legal.
I was gonna
I
say,
know. I'm
people-
just saying that was apparently a big difference to them because, well, I mean, there is a legal drinking age aspect whenever you're dating a 70-year-old. But
Come on,
I
Dad,
mean,
give me a sip of your drink.
Okay, here's the thing, guys. 19 and 22 when you're 70, is it really that big a difference?
No.
I would say it's
When you're
20
70 years
I know.
old.
But 21 is the last milestone that matters.
I
Like,
get
you know,
that.
you know what I mean? Like,
I do get that.
otherwise, you were a 70-year-old dating a teenager, 19 instead of 22. I'm not saying it does in an actual sense, but
I
I
get
can
it.
see how people could perceive.
So when you're
that
70 years old, you don't want to date a 19-year-old?
there's no way.
No.
Kristen has good genes. I'm gonna die so much sooner than her.
Well, throw them out of the closet. I'm not talking about that.
What?
He says like her
Wow.
genes.
No. I got it.
I'm an interpreter. I'm doing my job. Do you need this?
killed them.
Do you need this?
I will never, whenever I'm 70, date a 19-year-old. I will leave that.
Will you
there.
make it to 70?
I'm hoping. Nick, we don't need to worry about
Dude,
you.
when I'm
Yeah.
80, I'm dating a
Nick, you're not.
You're not making 80.
You're not making 80.
Brew
Unless you're
outlived
like
me.
Unless you're like
Yeah.
a frozen head in a
Bree's-
cryo chamber.
Bree's never had a cavity. I'm like, I've had enough cavities for the both of us.
Nick is a cat.
Yeah.
It's true.
But no, yeah, they're engaged now. They got engaged, I think, like last week I saw.
I did not know that.
And then apparently there is a rumor. I don't know if it's true because I think I've heard back and forth now that like she was banned from their like practices.
it's
and
not
now
true.
She's not.
So it is. Yeah. So it was. I am thinking that it
Was-
happened,
and then Bill.
and then no, and then it blew up in the news, and they wanted to not make it as much of a story and let her turn around, and let her come back. But I mean, hey, if
I
you're
believe
70
that.
and you can date Miss Connecticut or whatever she was,
she really?
yeah. More power.
I've
to
actually
him.
never seen her what she looks like.
Okay, here we go.
She's not unattractive.
Yeah.
Yeah. As most
It's-
gold diggers are not.
Bill Belichick's
So-
girlfriend.
We're going to rule.
Yeah.
Where's my. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Give me money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It says on here she's 24.
Yeah, and they met when she was 22.
Did she
He's
have.
73.
Didn't she previously have like a CEO boyfriend? And
I hope not if they met at 19.
buddy, I'm almost certain, and he said that she was very mature.
Just this picture just feels
that's
like
what he
it's like
has to-
it's like a dad with his daughter.
For sure.
That's what he has to say, Shay. He can't say she's not. She's very immature for her age because she'd just be 18. Like,
She take my money
yeah.
Yeah.
when I'm in need.
So I
Oh, there's
think,
1,000%. This is
here's
a
what
gold
I
digger.
think. I don't think that this is just because a goal. I say this is like a little bit of an asterisk next to it because I don't think that she's just in this for the money. I think she's in it for the notoriety.
Oh,
And for the power. But here's the thing. Bill Belichick, throughout his life, just likes to coach ball and go home. So that year that he did not have his wife running everything for him, he's probably a little bit lost.
Oh,
Whenever
yeah.
he got divorced.
All right,
For
real
sure.
question.
And so now this chick comes in and she's just like, hey, I got this. Hey, I've got this. I'm going to set up media. I'm going to set up this. You just show up and talk. You just show up and talk. He's probably like, man, this is killer.
Yeah.
And she's hot.
Who's got bigger boobs in this picture, her or Bill Belichick?
I think Bill's got her.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Bill, you got to get some support there, buddy.
Yeah, get training, bro.
Get to work on it.
Yeah,
working
I
out
think
now.
100% gold digger because there is
So-
no way.
Quick question. Why are we going to the gym all the time? 72-year-old fat Bill Belichick.
Because
rich.
we're not rich
Yeah.
and
It's fair.
famous.
It's fair.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
I mean, maybe if we get help on this podcast. Shane knows what I mean by that.
And we'll move on to our next
So you're
segment.
saying maybe if we get help on this podcast, we can get 20-year-old wives is what you're saying, or we can get fat?
Dude, I am
Famous.
not remarrying.
I am not either.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. I've been
If-
enough crazy for one lifetime.
Kristen,
I stand by it.
he's not hide your jeans.
Anyway, we'll move on to our next talking about
God.
Nick's Groundhogs. So here's the thing. It's not just, all right, I'll let you tell the backstory. How many groundhogs do you have on your premises that you...
Right now?
Yes.
I have a good eye for 6 of them. 4 babies, and...
Yeah.
Multiplying.
Yeah, they are. And it's getting insane. And yesterday I had it. Yesterday I was looking out my window because I have so much data behind this because I have been studying them. I know their peak hours when they come out because I'm trying to catch the main one.
Nick has been putting up
have
more and more cameras around his house, and they're like,
I have
security
one of
guy's
those-
like, "What are you worried about? Crackheads? No, groundhogs."
Yeah, I have one of those like string like how they have for like a police or like
Caution.
no like when they're trying to catch a killer and they have like all this police data up there. Like
Oh, the string wall with all the pictures?
Yeah. Got like,
But instead, it's on it.
And he's named
Yeah.
the groundhog.
No. It's got all the feeds on his big TV, and he's got a
Oh my
string
God.
taped around.
He's Charlie.
Yes, Nick. All of the groundhogs in your backyard are connected.
so I've been watching them, and like their prime hours when they come out is between 2 and 4. That is like, I don't know why, but that's their prime go out time.
AM, PM.
PM.
Okay.
So
okay.
so I
Getting some
have
sun.
Yeah, apparently. So yesterday I was watching them, and I see all 6 of them, and I have my traps out, and they're just eating grass around my traps, and they're just laying out there, looking all comfy, just sitting out there eating all this grass, and I'm like,
They're not stupid, Nick. You put this big shiny cage in there, you catch one, that one never comes back.
No.
You don't think they catch on to that?
How many
So-
have you caught?
I've caught like 12. Like, dude, I'm catching them.
It's ridiculous how many he has. He's like, I'm not joking. He has.
I've caught 2. If you saw my Snapchat, I caught 2 in the span of like an hour.
I'm going to start putting hormones in your backyard so they breed faster.
Horse?
That too. You're going to beep out horse?
Yeah. Beep, beep.
Got it.
No, you missed it still.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with some horse.
I got horse between beep and beep beep.
But anyways, I saw one yesterday, or it was the other day when I texted, I said I hate crackheads because the big one, the one that I'm trying to
Wait,
catch.
are we talking about crackheads now or groundhogs?
Yes. No,
Yes,
real
both.
crackheads.
Both.
And groundhogs.
You're trying to catch crackheads?
No, he's not. No.
He
He's
said
trying.
the big one I'm trying to catch.
the big groundhog he's trying to catch.
Yeah, the
got
big-
ruined.
Because, so it was like 3/4 in my trap. And then this stupid crackhead had to ride their bike down my street and scare the groundhog and made the groundhog run out of my trap. Yeah. So I've been trying to catch all these, and it's insane. And I think my neighbor's upset because, which I'm doing him a solid.
You are. You really are.
They're destroying. That's why I'm trying to catch them, because they're destroying his property. Like, if you look where, like, you picked me up.
Oh, yeah.
There is a massive hole where they're just digging under his house
yeah.
multiple times. And I'm like, dude, your foundation's gonna like move.
But why is he mad at you?
I don't know why. Like, my trap has never been on their property. My trap's always on my side of the fence.
Yeah, actually, worse yet, he's gonna let water get into those tunnels.
Oh,
and
yeah.
probably go
Yeah.
up to his house and go down his foundation.
Yeah.
No, Nick is doing him a huge solid, which I don't understand. Even if you put that trap on my property, I don't give a crap. Get him.
Here's what
Yeah.
I think. Nick is gonna walk out of this in 6 months as like almost a certified wildlife biologist in the field of groundhogs.
Yeah,
Dude, I've been watching like
Our
videos
businesses.
on them. I know.
that's part of our business. Well, I'm telling you.
We need to make a wildlife documentary using his camera footage at his house.
What's the one guy that's
got
the
eye
British
black
guy
on.
that has the?
We gotta do with the accents, yeah.
Me and you will voice over for him.
And then the groundhogs arose for the day.
And Nick,
Something else arose too when I catch them. But
I was gonna say you're making a lot of eye contact right there when you said something else arose.
lots of high
Like
contact.
a lot.
That was.
I'm uncomfortable and I'm gonna move away from the mic.
where's that big blanket? No, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
So yeah, so I've been trying to catch them. And
Nick, for the last
hopefully I
time,
keep-
that's just a hand towel, buddy.
hopefully I catch them.
No, you can use the Thunder Buddies costume over your lap.
Over his entire body.
Maybe. So, but yeah, I'm eventually gonna catch them all, and when I catch that big one,
We'll have to keep updated on the groundhog situation.
I have a groundhog in our hay barn that I have seen. He's been running back and forth for a while. I see him probably like once every 2 weeks. And he just runs he goes over, eats some of the corn, and goes back in and runs back into his little bunker deal. Well, yesterday I went to go feed, and he stopped in the middle of the hallway whenever I'm like I don't know, meet a Nick away. And usually just runs right across. Yeah, well, and he stops and he like squared up on me.
Yeah,
Like, oh, he's gonna die now.
Yeah, so the big groundhog.
Yeah.
I think she knows that I'm catching her babies. So me and this groundhog literally will meet face to face. Like when I
You're
say
at the
face,
same level?
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
like,
god!
it's like
he's from
me.
Caddyshack. He's the guy from Caddyshack. Nick is gonna blow up his house.
I'm gonna throw firecrackers under my neighbor's house.
You're just gonna throw firecrackers in his own house, light his house on fire.
Fire call.
You ever seen Caddyshack?
No, but what?
That'd be a good one for you to assign him.
So no, but like it will stare at me and I'll make eye contact with it. I'm like trash talking at this point too. Like I'm
Caddyshack.
gonna get you.
He is Caddyshack.
So
I'm gonna get you, Mr. Gopher.
got some grilled cheeses here.
He doesn't even know the movie. Just jumped into character. He's gonna be Carl.
Is he jumping into character, or is he just?
He's just Nick.
Just jumping.
It's like Shane Gillis with his uncle, and his uncle's always making grilled cheeses.
That's what I was going with. Yeah.
And then Nick's
My gosh.
Anyways,
So always on our
paintings
ride,
are very pretty.
I always make an agenda for us to follow like things, but I always
Candyland?
have to deviate from it because on the way here I always learn something new from Nick. And I'm like, yep, this has to go on here. So Nick, what pain were you complaining about on the way here?
so do you want the whole backstory or just the pain?
You know what? Let's just do the whole backstory. Let's go with it. Go with it.
So Shay is helping me on my basketball shot because it's horrendous, and I'd like to be good at basketball at some point. Not even good, just mediocre.
We'll talk about this next episode. Yeah.
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 But anyways,
More
more in details in the next show. But I hurt my arm from just shooting properly, and it still hurts. And I feel like I've either hyperextended it or I've pulled a muscle because I still I can't even work out because
It's
this
probably
arm.
because you lift so much that your muscles are so tight.
That's true too.
I think that's how his bicep when we were playing basketball because he was lifting a lot. And his arms were like jacked then, and then it got just a little bit caught and tweaked, and those muscles are so tight.
that makes sense. Because I'm actually making him extend it up
Yep.
and not because the way he shoots.
Well, yeah, he throws it at it.
Yes.
I do.
It's a chest pass towards the rim.
So I'm making him extend up.
And when I grab the cookies out of the cookie jar, it's hurting.
That's what I told
That's
him.
actually useful for him because the counter probably the cookie jar probably does have to.
It's getting better though. Like I can feel it getting better. It's a little sore. And I tried to work out and I did like 3 bicep curls and this thing was on fire.
So you should be lifting it more.
No, like it was on. Like I felt like my arm was swelling. Good shot, Nick.
All right, Jay, what's my morning?
All right. He's got Thursdays.
All right.
Hey, we're going to make you a buddy held in the corner.
Hey,
Yeah, not buddy healed.
Hey, we'll talk about it next episode.
He's not good enough to be healed.
I like getting held.
Anyway, so our next one we have is Nick want to talk about a competition dog groomer?
Yeah. Have you heard of this?
Well, I assume they have them because they have dog competition.
Yeah.
Those dogs are like, they probably have them for horses too.
So
Oh, they do.
So you're probably thinking what I was thinking, and it's like these people that are like,
They
No.
Yeah, they
No.
clip.
yeah, no, it's not that at all.
Are you? No, this is not the people that walk people as dogs, is it?
No.
No,
Not
no.
people
Okay.
that put people in dog competitions?
Oh,
Okay.
No.
Thank goodness.
Or like the mini horse people?
No,
Like the stick horse
this
people?
is legit.
Oh,
thing.
the hobby horsing.
Yes.
So
Oh my God, there's a name for it.
It's hobby horsing.
So-
Hobby
this is-
horsing is owning a horse, not, sorry, beep, beep, beep.
Nailed it.
real time. No, so what these people do is they
The second one's always best.
paint. I don't even know how to describe it. I'll give you my phone. I'll post some of these pictures on.
Why don't you just put a picture right
I
here?
don't want to touch
I
Nick's
will.
phone.
Okay.
But I'm saying like just start looking through these.
He is
This
1,000%
Whoa.
not doing that.
What in
What
the world?
I don't even know how to explain this.
What is wrong with that top dog's eyes?
So basically, they like paint their dogs.
Oh.
Like
An odd.
yeah, like there's themes. Like there's like Lion King.
Oh my
theme.
God.
Yeah,
Where did you run into this?
Bree found it, and she's like, "Hey, look at
Holy
this." And I was like,
hell, that's disturbing.
"Yeah, like these poor dogs." Like,
Yeah, for real.
It's crazy.
First of all, they had to be born into life as poodles.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that one looks like an actual lion.
Or
in the
golden
front.
doodle.
Yeah. I don't even
What is
try to
wrong
explain
with these
what this.
people?
'Cause it's-
Okay. Well, you'll also put pictures up.
Yes, I'll
for
put
us.
pictures up.
But if
Imagine
you're listening,
stupid
if you're
people
listening
with
and
too
not
much money.
watching, basically what they do with these dogs is they paint them to certain things. Like the one I'm looking at right now is like a Finding Nemo theme, and like literally in the fur they cut out like Nemo.
It's textured.
It's textured.
Yeah.
It's textured and painted, and I feel bad for these dogs.
I know. When I heard competitive dog grooming, I was thinking it was like people like
For
I've got
the dog
30 seconds
shows.
to like clean this dog up, like pop 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 pop. And like it was a whole competition, and no, it was this, and I was just like, what? And
Dude,
like
that is
this one, I don't
so-
even know where the dog's head's at.
No, yeah, I don't neither.
Here's the thing: is that you know that an absolutely insane person did this to their dog first.
Yeah.
But that person was rich, and everyone else is like, "Oh, this is how we do this now." It had to be.
Yeah, like it's jacked up.
Like
So-
John Wayne Gacy's doing this. People aren't
For
jumping
real.
on the trend.
So yeah, that's what that was. And when I saw that, I was like, "Yep, add that to the agenda."
So, anyways, that leads us into monkeys, right?
No,
So Yale University.
Okay, go for it. I know exactly what it is. I already told it. I already called it. So when I'm right, I'm gonna be able to say I'm right. Go for it.
Yale University. They studied by teaching monkeys. Just Nick's not even paying attention.
I'm listening.
They studied by teaching monkeys how to use currency.
And what do they use that currency for, Nick or Griff?
So they
immediately?
used it. They used it to barter to buy items. So they would buy like toys from each other, like food.
And
all
what
these
it lead
things.
to really quick? Griff?
Yeah, and like 3 days into the study, it immediately just turned into just prostitution. That was it. The monkeys figured out they could trade money for sex, and that was it. They just stopped.
Isn't it crazy how smart monkeys are?
They stopped trading. They stopped trading for items, for food, everything. All money just went for sex.
Well, let's be perfectly honest, though. If we look at society in general, prostitution's one of the oldest jobs.
Oh, absolutely. I
there
understand
is.
how they arrived at it. I just think it's
No
hilarious.
good benefits though.
Also,
no 401k.
Imagine this society. The women have all the money then. Well, I don't know. Actually, I didn't ask. I just assumed it was the women.
They don't have 401ks, do they?
Cash that.
Beep beep.
Nailed it.
Beep beep.
Nailed
I
it.
sound like a school bus
Why
driver
are
on
those in
pain
the
pills.
same one? We don't always cuss in phrases of 3.
Because that's how he used it. He saved it in one file, both beeps.
Yeah, because then when I'm editing, I take if it's like a real quick like F, I like. I
doesn't wanna edit it
I can
anymore.
do the short beep beep, and if it's a like long one, I can do beep.
I just want to clarify too. I have looked up like professional beeps. Like I can have the
my
sound
beeps
bites.
are so much better.
I have like professional sound bite beeps. I'm like, hey, you can use these, and like the royalty free and all that. Nope.
I could just imagine Nick spending a half of a day practicing his beeps into the thing by himself. No, I'm good. Thank you, though.
No.
Wow, you didn't say no, I'm good or no, thank you. No.
I'm the one who bought them for him.
Wow, it was a gift.
And thank God they've been my snack here for the last.
And mine.
Yeah.
You're welcome, fellas. So, are you done with your monkeys now?
Yes. Nick, do you have any follow-ups?
Monkeys are so smart. It's insane.
That's his follow-up whenever they start a prostitution ring. You know how smart monkeys are?
No,
They're
I
hookers.
just want to see I just want to see a monkey like take up $1 to a girl and be like,
They should release those monkeys into the zoos.
Probably not.
That would be hilarious.
I want a monkey.
Fun fact, when I was in college,
Find you one.
obviously I'm a social studies teacher, so I had to do a lot of history classes. One of my favorite professors, it was a leading expert in prostitution, like the history of prostitution. I'm not even joking. She actually had
Like a participant?
no researcher, buddy.
Yeah, but I mean, how do you research something without participating?
The history, like the way back when of.
I'm just saying, don't knock it till you try it.
So I had
I
it.
doubt what I was going to say whenever I said just say it.
So I had it.
I was going to say in order to be like to research, you have to have field study, but that was no. Nick took that to a different.
Well,
Street skills.
I had to take. Well, I didn't have to take this. I took a class that was U.S. Women in History,
Okay.
and needless to say, it was an interesting class. But also, it was very interesting because there was 15 people in this class, and I was one of 2 guys in this class.
What is this professor's name?
Shelley Lemons. Dr. Shelley Lemons.
Nick was laughing at lemons. I hate that we
That's
like.
a good prostitute name.
I honest to God hate that we are now like his disability speaker. I don't know what the term
You
is
understand
for
it. Yes, translator.
Yeah, we're his translator for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
I understand Nick so much now.
It really is bad sometimes because Shay will get exactly what I'm thinking about, and sometimes I don't know how to say it.
How to
Yeah.
speech for yourself. Yeah. How to express yourself,
yeah,
and I
she
do it for you.
teaches U.S. women's history, modern U.S. history, Gilded Age, and progressivism. I don't know how to progressivism.
Sound it out.
Is that right?
Yeah, progressivism.
God, I miss Alex.
And gender and sexuality.
I liked her. She was a good teacher.
Well, better be with a name like that.
Anyway, any other questions? I want to talk about your romantic date that you went on, Nick.
So if you guys remember the few episodes ago, or maybe last episode, I don't remember now. I
That
talked
Nick
about
bragged about how cheap his date was for the day.
Yeah. So I was going to take Brie on a very romantic date of a walk through this little
Free Nature Center.
Which
free nature center place.
I did do the 5K for it of
Yeah.
that place. It's really nice.
Thanks. I wouldn't know because we didn't get to go. So Brie and I are on this date. So we're driving there, full on going to do this date. We're going to go this little walking thing. We're going to go
Nick,
eat.
don't say full on like that, dude. That's,
Full on.
That
What?
full on. We're gonna do this date. I'm definitely not buying your truck now.
Oh, buddy, I have some stories about that. Not my truck, but how I sold my car. I'll tell you that off the air.
No, we've talked about this before.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the reason why I'm going to HE double hockey sticks.
I don't know this story at all.
Anyways,
It was questionable.
yeah. Anyway, so we're on our way to this date, and we get to this nature walk place, and it is packed, and we're like, oh, okay, this is interesting. So we pull in, and they are doing a Star Wars because it was the day of like the May the 4th be with you.
It was my birthday.
Yeah. So they
Thanks for texting me, Nick.
You're welcome. I did text you. So
That's why I said thank you.
yeah. So anyways, they
Yeah.
are all dressed up to do this 5K as like Star Wars characters. And I was like, all right. And Bree at this point, she's like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do this. I was like, yeah, I don't know either, but we're here. We drove 45 minutes.
Why not? It would be fun to watch
Yeah.
people do something.
It really would be fun.
So then I was like, all right, well, Bree's like, well, just go up there and see if we can even walk because they're doing this 5K. I was like, I'm sure they'll let us walk. They don't own this park. So I went up there and they're like, yeah, we rented this park out. Like, you can't, if you're not participating, you can't just walk on it. And then I was going to throw a fit, but I was just like, whatever. It's like 9 a.m. I'm over this. So Bree and I end up driving all the way there and we go home.
I would have made them find me on the walking path and told me I had to leave.
Yeah, I'll be honest. When I did my run, there was people walking on the path.
Nick, you should have just acted like you had a disability whenever they came to talk to you.
I should have been like, I am
Well,
Luke
here's the thing.
Skywalker.
Here's the problem: is he asked for permission to do it.
Yeah, that's the problem. You just do it.
Yeah.
Just go.
Well, Bree's a rule follower, and she wanted to double check.
How is she with you then?
Opposites attract. But so then Bree's like, all right, I'm a little hungry because we didn't eat breakfast, and I was like, I'm good because I'm gonna destroy a bunch of Reno's buffet pizza. So she's like, all right, can I just get a snack? So we go to Panay, which I've never been, or Panera Bread.
Panera.
Yeah,
Panay.
yeah. Whatever it is. So we go there.
R in there, buddy.
Panera.
So you drove into Edwardsville then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
you went further south to go north.
Yeah. Again, I'm not behind the wheel. I'm just a passenger problem. So I'm sitting there, and
You made your wife drive on the date too?
she wanted to drive her new car. And let's face it, we can't drive my truck out of town.
That actually would have added some adventure to this date.
Yeah, maybe. That whole prostitution line would have came in. We got to get home somehow.
Hold on. In this scenario, who are you prostituting?
Either or.
Just get a pull over. He says a sign. Dealer's choice.
Yeah.
Side of the road.
Russian roulette. So then we end up waiting 45 minutes for
Oh my
the sandwich.
gosh.
Yeah, it was horrible. And at this point, Bree and I are so over it. We're just like, we just want to go home and just like lay down. So
So you didn't go to Reno's then?
no, so then we end up going to Reno's, and we hurried up, ate the buffet, and then so we also had planned to do our Walmart order for a puzzle. Walmart forgot our puzzle, so then we had to go back to Walmart and be like, "Hey, on this receipt, we got a puzzle. No puzzle." So then we got this 1,000-piece puzzle, and I was like, "Okay." I'm determined. Like, I'm a neat freak at my house, I feel sometimes, and I'm like, if we're gonna do something, I don't want this puzzle just sitting out forever.
Yeah, God forbid it's sitting on your kitchen table that does not get eaten
I know.
at.
I know.
Hey, by the way, they do have like things that like for puzzles that you do puzzles that you can have it out, and then when you're done with it, you can just kind of set it. And like, I have it for Hillary. I'll show it to you here in a second. Go ahead. Keep
Well,
going.
anyways, so we did this puzzle, and I was like, okay, it'll probably take us. Bree's like, it'll probably take us an hour to do this puzzle. I'm like, oh, okay, we'll get it knocked out then and do all this. No, that puzzle took us like 2 weeks.
1,000 pieces.
Yeah.
This is not going to be.
Hey,
an
I was
hour.
not. I had no part of this. And then I was like, F. Oh. But yeah, so we had all these puzzle pieces, and it took us forever. I actually didn't start enjoying it once we had like somewhat of a baseline to go off of. Like at some points, Bree and I were so determined that like I would wake up, go to the gym, come home, and then from like 5:30 to 7, I would just work on that puzzle. Like I was like so determined to get it done.
Just to get it off your table.
Yeah, but I was enjoying it a little bit. It was a nice. It took my brain away from other things.
It is. That's
So.
one thing nice about them.
Turns out taking exorbitant
So-
amounts of caffeine is not the only thing that can take your mind off of things.
They're puzzle boards, and so you can do them on the board, and then if you don't want to do them at that time, you can fold them up
cool.
and put them away, and it's your progress is already still there.
I'm not gonna lie. I fully was not understanding what you were saying.
I know that's why. I know how your brain. I understand you.
Because I thought you were like, that's just how you clean out the puzzle. And I'm like, buddy, I just flipped that thing to a million pieces.
No, I
It's
understand.
all over the floor and you just
Yeah.
vacuumed it up.
Yeah. Dude, so funny part is, so we cleaned that puzzle up probably like a week and a half ago, and I was going to sell it because I just bought it. I'm not going to use it again, so I'm going to
How
sell
much
it.
did you pay for this puzzle?
Like $4. I'm going to sell it for at least 12. Facebook Marketplace. But I actually found an extra piece on the floor yesterday when I was cleaning.
Had you sold this puzzle?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But I was thinking, I was like, what fun would it be to sell a puzzle to someone?
No, Nick, because you
And
have to use your
forget-
actual profile. You're going to
and
sell
forget. No, my mom sells stuff.
Yeah, you know who buys puzzles off of Facebook Marketplace?
Who?
Crackheads.
Well, their money's good.
But see, it's
Yeah, until you hide one piece of a puzzle from a crackhead, Nick.
No, but I was like, what funny would that be to like just hide a piece, and then they're working on this 1,000-piece puzzle, and they're just missing one piece. That would drive me nuts. I would probably burn that puzzle.
Yeah, you're going to get murdered by a crackhead.
Not me.
Bree, because you probably won't be at your house.
No.
he'll be at his house because he's watching his groundhogs.
Yeah. No, my mom sells stuff on Facebook.
Well, I know, but intentionally keeping a piece of a puzzle and selling it to someone else.
I'm not selling it. My mom is. Mom, if you're
So
watching,
you're going to get your mom murdered is what I'm trying to get at
I'm trying to say take one for the team.
for your $8.
But yeah, nope. I found the piece. I threw it in there. I'm a good Samaritan. So
All right. And we're moving on to is it's time for HR Violation of the Week, the part of the show that probably needs a formal write-up or at least a strongly worded email. And this HR violation is brought to you by Nick again.
I feel like this is just targeted.
You think this is an HR violation? You should hear the story about his car when he was talking about that he sold. That is an HR
That's
violation.
an HR hellhole.
That one is.
I don't even want to say it online.
It is the first story I've ever heard from Nick that has layers.
I'll tell you after. It's so bad.
It's like an onion.
It's so bad.
Okay. So,
But good.
unfortunately, we can't share that with you. But
Oh, we're gonna share it.
DM me.
No, don't say that. No, it was dumb.
$12.
I don't hate it.
$4 each.
In our text thread,
Premium subscriber content.
we were talking about Nick's groundhogs. And when Nick said, when I catch it, I'm going to teabag it. And that's where he left it. And then he sends a follow-up message right after and says, with my nuts, to clarify.
That's just. What did I say?
I don't even remember some of the stuff I say.
I know. That's what makes it fun for you.
I said something after that, didn't I?
I don't know. I just screenshotted as soon as I saw Nick's come
I think
through.
I think my immediate response to that right after you said that was like, I was like, you're probably going to want to wait until after it's dead, otherwise.
Yes.
you're gonna lose your
Yes.
nuts."
That's what you did. Yes.
Yeah.
But
I can just see Nick going out there and teabagging a live groundhog.
so, and that is our HR violation of the week. Thank you, Nick.
You're welcome.
And one last story, real quick story before we go. I wanted to talk about was my high school fundraising, what they did. I don't, you may have to.
I think
guys-
we did this in school.
Did
if
you? Okay.
Depends.
So what we did in our school, and you can have to tell us if you did it too. When we were in school, you had to take this quiz and it asked you questions and all this. And then after it, what it would do was if you bought the results, it would tell you which people in school
Yep.
you would be most compatible with.
Yep.
That seems rapey.
I'm not joking. Like, so if me and Nick took this quiz and we bought it, it had a paper and it had your 10 most likely, like you agree with the most, and 10 most.
It didn't work.
The 10 most I'm like,
Just
here's
imagine that one creepy teacher being like,
Oh no, not
No,
teachers,
teachers can't.
not
No.
teachers.
Oh,
that's
but if
the
teachers
joke.
could do it.
That's the joke.
What?
The joke is that a teacher would take it thinking it's anonymous.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, that's the joke. You have that one creepy teacher, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know my name was going to show up on theirs."
But I was reflecting on this, like, how bad of an idea was this fundraiser?
Yeah, that's very rapey.
Yeah, they did it multiple times too.
Good icebreakers, though. Just walk up to the girl and be like, "You're number 4."
Do you guys, either of you remember anybody you were matched with?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
it was actually, honestly, my number one was my high school girlfriend, which is crazy enough.
Well,
None of
Nick
mine
said
were.
it didn't work.
Yeah, none of mine were on there, and I tried because I was like, "Hey, what the heck? I'm single."
Are you
I was,
sure they
I
took
was
the
like
test?
Alex Veach in high school.
Are you sure they took the girls that you were interested in took the test though?
Oh, I have no clue.
That's fair. That's
They
a fair
might not have
question.
even been a result possible.
But then, how did their name pop up on my thing? That sounds.
You just
bad.
said it didn't.
You literally just said it didn't.
Oh no, their names were on my thing. That's how I went up to them.
Your high school girlfriends?
No, no, I did not have a high school girlfriend that was on the list.
No, he just had a stalker. Remember the wrestler that was
Yeah.
obsessed with him?
Well, he might have been the stalker. This seems this game.
Don't
Some
pull the
stalkers have
curtain on me.
stalkers. Yeah,
Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby?
Yeah.
there's layers. He stalks women. He has a stalker of his own. There's different layers.
How do you think you got so good with
I just want to
surveilling
clarify.
these
I
groundhogs?
just want to clarify. I did not stalk anyone.
How do you think you got so good with
Aggressive watching
surveilling
is
the
different.
groundhogs?
Years of practice.
The exact same thing. He put up those cameras because he was spying on his neighbors, and then now he's like, "Oh, there's groundhogs."
It's aggressive watching. It's not stalking.
I told you a story about some aggressive watching.
And that's it for this week's episode of It's a Work Thing. If someone catches you laughing at your desk, just smile and say,
It's a work thing."
thing.
Thanks,
Follow
John.
us on TikTok or wherever you pretend to be on a call. We're at _a_work_thing_podcast. Period.
You got a coworker who schedules 4:59 meetings, a manager who says circling back way too much? Tell us everything.
New episodes drop every Thursday. Tap follow and please leave a rating.
If HR reaches out, I'll be in a meeting at home forever.
Thanks for clocking in with us. We'll see you next week. Cheerio.
Cheerio, jazz hands.